These are things that I don't want to happen in the Fantastic Four, the first steps, releasing next year. First and most importantly is Galactus cannot be underpowered in this movie. Galactus is literally a living cosmic entity of a man and is supposed to be one of the most powerful Marvel villains and just characters of all time, and I feel like if this film makes him super weak, it's gonna really just take away the stakes of the film and make it hard to take serious. Just let him go absolutely insane, be a menace to society, and also fully give us a full-size Galactus where he's literally just bigger than the planet Earth. I know he can change sizes and he's probably going to be smaller for a lot of the movie, but we need to see a gigantic Galactus at least once. And tying this in with number two is, yeah, I agree with a lot of you guys that said I do not want Galactus to be killed off in this movie. I've gone over this before, how I think the MCU has a huge problem with killing off their great villains after one appearance. Galactus, I think, would be the biggest offense of that. You can have him either be defeated in the movie but not dead for good, or honestly just have him win at the end of this film and keep him around. If you're going to do more Fantastic Four movies in the future, he should be around for like the entire trilogy if they plan on doing that. Yeah, this is a character that we really have underutilized in live action Marvel properties. Once we have him here now, we cannot waste this opportunity, because who knows how long it will be before we see a different version of him. Probably never. I also really do not want to see Reed Richards and Sue Storm's son Franklin Richards in this movie. The character himself in the comics is fine for different versions of the Fantastic Four, but I just do not want that in the very first Fantastic Four movie, because I feel like it will take away from our core four members that we really just need to see a great version of, because we really haven't gotten it in a live action movie. Plus, I feel like a lot of people are kind of getting tired of a lot of the new and young Avengers that we've been setting up, like characters like Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop. After Agatha All Along, we have Billy Maximoff running around. We know there's probably going to be Tommy Maximoff out there too. I don't think any of those characters are bad on their own, but I do agree it seems like we're leaning a bit too heavily into that, and we don't even know if we're ever going to actually see a Young Avengers movie, so just hold off on him for a little bit, introduce him a little bit later. And obviously all of that applies to Valeria Richards too. I do not want to see the daughter or son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Just let them vibe in this movie, please. For the love of everything that you care about in this life, do not give us another cheesy Fantastic Four name drop. I don't think the MCU will repeat this same mistake unless they're literally just doing like a joke making fun of this scene, especially because, like I said, we're going to be getting an older version of the Fantastic Four, but if we get another I gotta say it's fantastic, say that again moment in this movie, I'm gonna walk out of the theaters. I'm sorry. I also really just don't want this film to feel anything like what we've seen in the MCU before. I'm talking on the visual aspect of the film. I want the score to just sound otherworldly, because yeah, this movie is literally taking place in a different universe. That's the first time we're having an entire MCU movie taking place in a different multiverse. They've described the aesthetic as being like this retro 60s but still futuristic at the same time city, and I am really excited to see that. And I just hope they really lean super far into that, so this movie just feels so fresh from all the samey feeling superhero movies we've been getting lately. Like, make it feel like this was literally a film created in the 60s in the tone. And I mean, come on, we all know it's not going to last for that long anyways. They're probably going to be put in the main timeline in the current day after Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, so just make sure that you make this film very unique while you have the chance to do that. I think the biggest mistake this movie could make, though, is not having a Doctor Doom cameo, whether that's just some point in the movie randomly, but more fittingly, I think the post-credits scene, because you have to remember, a lot of more casual fans honestly probably still think Kang is being set up to be the next big bad of the MCU if you don't follow news outlets. Literally all the post-credit scenes and different projects lately in the MCU, we're still teasing Kang of being the big bad. We have not seen Doctor Doom for 1 millisecond in the MCU, because obviously he just got announced this summer. But we know that Doctor Doom is like 99% certain to be from the Fantastic Four's alternate universe, so he's gonna be around anyways. You have to have him be in this movie. You have to get general audiences excited to see him as the next Avengers film. Like I said, I think a post-credit scene is probably the most fitting for this, but I think it needs to be a decently long post-credit scene to give us a pretty good feel of what to expect with Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. Like, just give us a little bit more than like Thanos sitting in a chair saying, fine, I'll do it myself. No, we need at least a few lines out of this Doom to actually get an understanding of this version of the character and where they're going for Avengers Doomsday, because we really have no idea how this is getting set up now. With that being said, I want to add on a point to kind of counteract something, is I do not want them to make it like, oh, Galactus isn't the real villain, Doctor Doom's actually the main villain of this movie too. No, put him in the movie in a scene or a post-credit scene to tease him for Avengers. Do not make him the main villain of this film. I'm honestly super excited for this movie, though. I think the cast is great. All the surrounding pieces seem amazing. I just hope they stay away from the things I went over in this video. So let me know in the comments below what you do and don't want to see in this movie. Click down below to watch my playlist for things that will ruin other movies. I've done this for the next Superman movie, Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, Beyond the Spider-Verse, so many more. So make sure to check out that playlist.